Hello, welcome back to Jo's Kitchen. Thank you so much for all the positive responses to the hummus making class. And I have been asked now to do a cake, one of my cakes. Well, I have to say, there's nothing clever about the cakes I make. It's a recipe that I was taught when I was 12 years old at Bullerswood High School for Girls in our cookery classes. In those days, we had cooking classes. They weren't called anything else apart from cookery. And the first lesson we had to draw the entire contents of the kitchen drawer. Very useful. Something I've taken with me all my life. However, the cake recipe has stayed with me and I have made it on numerous occasions, as all my old colleagues and friends from work will verify. All the chocolate cakes I've ever made have been with this recipe. I'm not doing a chocolate cake today because I've given up chocolate for Lent, and you can't possibly make a chocolate cake without licking the bowl, so I don't want to be tempted. So I'm going to do the basic Victoria sponge recipe, which, as I say, was the one that I was originally taught all those years ago. So the recipe is 4 ounces of caster sugar, 4 ounces of soft margarine, 4 ounces of self-raising flour and 2 eggs. You can, as long as you use that equation, you can multiply it so many times. The cakes that I used to do for work were probably 4 eggs, 8 ounces, 8 ounces, 8 ounces. But I've tripled it, I've quadrupled it. Today I'm going to do 3 eggs, so 6 ounces of everything else. Right. So the first thing you do, and I'm actually a bit better prepared today, I hope, is you cream your soft margarine and caster sugar, and you want it to go so it's almost white, as light as possible, with a hand whisk. I do have a wonderful KitchenAid mixer, but I can't lift it out of the cupboard, and I haven't got a man here at the moment to lift it for me, so I'm doing it with the hand whisk, but that's how you do it. And then your 3 eggs, which, as I say, there's 3 eggs in here. Whisk those independently and then whisk the 2 together. Now I'm going to turn this off while I do it because, as I said before, it gets a bit boring otherwise. Hi, so I said I was prepared, didn't I? Right, so this is the eggs now having been whisked into the margarine and sugar mixture, and as you can see, it's nice. It's not curdled at all. If you do it too quickly and it curdles, just add a tablespoon of flour, but hopefully just do it like that. Now, because we're doing a plain Victoria sponge, I'm going to add some vanilla extract. Okay, I'll just put these on one side. Hang on a sec. A little bit of vanilla extract, okay? I don't know why I've got that out. So a little bit of that going in, okie dokie. And then we're going to add the flour. So, as my wonderful friends who are experts in this will tell you, the flour should be sifted. So this is self-raising flour. Again, we've got 6 ounces because we're doing 6, 6, 6, 3 eggs. And you should sift the flour as well, self-raising flour, and then you fold it in. It's very tempting when you have the big mixer just to bung everything in, which I have to say I do on occasion. But this is really how you should do it. Fold your flour into the egg, margarine and sugar mixture. This is when it's a chocolate mixture, you just want to eat it. But as I said, I'm not doing chocolate today. So here, round we go, like this. Now, as I said, this is a basic Victoria sponge mixture. If you wanted to make a chocolate cake, you'd add a tablespoon of good cocoa powder. You can add chocolate chips, you can add nuts. My brother is particularly fond of coffee walnut, so when I'm making a cake for him, I would add coffee to it. Otherwise, we're just doing, yes, so if I was doing a coffee and walnut, then I'd add chopped walnuts to the mixture as well. So you can see how this is going now. Now my secret ingredient is a tablespoon of water. So again, if I was doing a coffee cake, that would become a tablespoon of coffee. But I was always taught not to put milk into a cake, although I know some people do. But just a tablespoon of cold water. That's just what the eggs were in. I'll put that in. Mix that round. Then when this is done, you can either put it into two 7-inch sandwich tins, or if you're lazy like me and you don't want to be messing about with greasing your tins, I'm just going to use a tin like this with one of these wonderful non-stick cooking parchment thingamajibs. Okay, and I'm going to pop this in here. Oh, you can only see the back side of the tin, can't you? Hang on a minute. Turn it now. Okay, see? Oh no, you can't see that now. Yeah. And a scrapey scrape. I always remember when these things were invented, and my mum had one for the first time. I was so annoyed because it didn't leave anything for you to lick out in the bowl. Right. But for this, obviously, I'm not going to lick the bowl because I'm on camera. So, yeah. Oh, here we are. Into this we go. And that's that. Right, okay. So just smooth it round. I couldn't remember whether I'd started the video off then. That would have been annoying. Smooth that round, okay. That's lovely. And by this time your oven's warm. Oh, and so into the oven we go. And I'm going to give that about half an hour. If I was doing 2 sandwich tins, it would probably be about 20 minutes each. But we'll have a look at it after about half an hour. Okay, so I'll see you in a little while. Hello again. So the cake's done. That's what it should look like, and it's springing nicely back from the top. So I'm going to turn it out onto a cooling rack, and then when it's cooled, I'm going to split it in half, and I'll come back to you when I've done that. I've made some butter icing to go in the middle, just with the butter and icing sugar, and I'm going to sandwich it together with jam and some of that. But I'll come back to you when it's cooled to do that bit. Hello, here we are for the final one, you'll be glad to hear. So I have split the cake in half. You can see it's a nice light sponge, see? Okay, so I'm going to put some jam, and I've only got some blackberry conserve. I suppose normally you'd put raspberry or strawberry jam in a Victoria sponge, but this is all I've got, and I'm sure Mike will like it, whatever's in the middle, when I take it round to him, because obviously I'm not going to eat it because it hasn't got chocolate in it. Okay, so bit of jam, maybe a bit more jam, jammy yummy. God, I've just dropped some there as well. So a bit of jam like that, and then, as I said previously, I have made, I could do this. Here's some I made earlier, butter icing. So just a little dollop of, it's a bit thin actually. I'm only putting a little bit in because obviously if I had some double cream then I'd be whipping that up, but I haven't. So just tastes a bit, it's very sweet obviously because it's butter icing. So just putting that in the middle like that, and then we'll put the lid on. Oops. Can you see this? Look, look, okay? And to finish off, just a little bit of icing sugar. Like this. And I'm sorry the videos have gone on a little bit. And the other thing I noticed is that on the one that I deleted at the start, I'd actually told you what temperature to bake the cake in. I realised it's not on the end one. So 160 degrees fan, and you'll have to work that out. I think it's about number 3 gas, but do check it. But 160 fan is perfect. And there we have it. Jo's Victoria sponge. Taught to her when she was 12 years old, a long time ago. See you next time. Bye.